Good to be with you from Grace Harbor again today to share with you a devotional. I'd like to thank everybody who listens in to the devotionals or watches our service on YouTube or Facebook or on my Facebook page. I want to thank you for being supportive of us, prayerfully supportive, and those of you that financially support us too online. I just really appreciate those of you that make us able to continue this kind of ministry of these devotionals. What is the law of Christ? Galatians 6:2 says this. It says, "Bear one another's burdens, and thereby fulfill the law of Christ." Here is some more teaching from the Word of God that runs contrary to worldly thinking. Worldly thinking doesn't really talk about bearing one another's burdens and fulfilling the law of Christ. All of us follow all kinds of rules and laws and guidelines and stipulations without giving much thought to it. We do our citizen, our student, our taxpayer, our driver, even our HOA duties without much question. We just do what we think or have been told we are supposed to do. Almost all of that is just the way that life is. We just have to do what we need to do. But when we help one another, whoa, that is a huge matter of choice. We really have to consciously choose to help one another. After all, we're taught in this world that everybody ought to pull their own load, right? You know, personal responsibility. And actually, I'm a strong advocate for that. And I think we are paying a price for a lack of emphasis on personal responsibility. But how about bearing one another's burdens? We are resistant and reticent to help sometimes because of the ones who take advantage or cheat the system. But what is the law of Christ? Is it every man for himself or look out for your own? No, the law of Christ is to love the Lord your God with your whole heart and your neighbor as yourself. And your neighbor is the whole rest of humankind. Bearing each other's burdens is part of that. Physical burdens, emotional burdens, spiritual burdens, even financial burdens. Not in principle only, but by action and by choice. We should be so much more compassionate than we are, and thereby fulfilling what Jesus told us to do, to fulfill the law of Christ, which is to love one another and to bear one another's burdens. Well, that's enough said. So now let's do it.